Well, my dumb forgot the SD card for my Osmo Pocket, so I will be filming this trip on my phone. And we're at Suwannee River State Park getting ready to do a section of the Florida Trail along the Suwannee River. And we're getting ready to weigh our packs. You'll see that in a second. Alright, we're starting out weighing Jenny's pack here. As soon as I can turn it on. $25.42 pounds of food and almost 3 liters of water. Let's see what my pack weighs. 24.39 pounds. Let's see, sir.
Probably 30-something pounds.
This pack weighs 34.84 pounds. Well, you're close to 35. Head out of the park and down 90 to the Hillman Bridge, and we'll see you there. It's a little smoky out here this morning coming out of Suwannee River State Park. As you can see, they're doing a prescribed burn out here. And just, I'm going to get out of this stuff so we can breathe. Coming up on the old US 90 Ellaville Bridge, the well-known painted bridge. Now there she is. Yeah, it's definitely been gotten a little rustier and a little more faded from the last time I was here. But it's a beautiful day out here. Nice and cool. I don't know the exact temperature, but should be a good day to start the hike. Got the Suwannee River right here already, wrapped around underneath this. And we'll walk through a little piece of Ellaville here and cut over through the park to the Florida Trail proper. Got the first blowdown coming off the Hillman Bridge. Jenny's holding it up so Josh and I can walk under it.
That's solid teamwork, Todd.
Hurry up, it's getting heavy, it's gonna fall.
All right, Josh, you first. I don't know. We trust her?
Oh, you died.
Yeah, we're cutting through the little park here, right over the bridge in Ellaville. Down the Blue Blaze, up to the Florida Trail. So just got on the Florida Trail proper. Came with this little trail sign that says, "Stop vandalizing public property." Yeah, way to go. But here's a map, and we're down here somewhere. And we're going to come up here, cross over the one river. I think it's the Alapaha, probably wrong. I don't know why it's saying you are here, because that's definitely not where we are. We're way down here. But we're going to come down. Instead of retracing the entire trail on the other side of the river and then coming back across, we're going to cut across on this yellow blaze and reconnect. Cuts out all that redundant walking. This is the trail, looks like right now, and that's the Withlacoochee River. Looks a lot like the Suwannee. And but yeah, lots of storm damage, lots of blowdowns. Look at all the big trees down, just everywhere. So it's a little slower going than it was when I was out here pre-storm. So this definitely looks a little different, and it will for quite some time after everything happened out here with the storm. This is just, wow. Just a lot of stuff down. Just everywhere you look. Look at that big tree. Huge pine tree that broke.
Not that I can't get this hip belt tight enough. It just won't get tight enough. It keeps slipping down. So I ain't got no hips.
Yeah.
Need to eat more.
We just stopped here at the Withlacoochee River campsite. This is a really nice campsite. They cleared this all
you
out.
can drive into it too. That's a little roundabout right there with a road going out.
It's a possibility. There's a possibility you can get to this by car. There's a couple of sections like that. But yeah, this is nice. New picnic table, fire ring. Somebody's even stacked some firewood there. Right over here on the river. It's nice. We weren't only 3.1 miles in for the hike today. We're not even at lunchtime yet. So, but we're going to take a couple minute break, have a snack, and continue on that direction. Coming up to the first tiny little road walk where you go up onto, what did I just say it was, 149?
141.
141, and cross over the Withlacoochee on the little road bridge and then back down to cut down beside it. Like I said, we're going to take the Blue Blaze and cut off towards the Suwannee instead of retracing the trail on the other side of the Withlacoochee all the way back and then to the Suwannee. Kind of cuts out a couple miles and a little more enjoyable hike. Up off the trail over there, around, up over the 141 bridge. Short little road walk just the other side of this bridge, which takes you over the Withlacoochee River. And there she is, Withlacoochee River. Fun stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, just up here, take a right, go down, rejoin the trail on the other side of the river. I just straight snapped that huge pine tree off. Wow. Yeah, just continue to see just a tremendous amount of storm damage out here. But they did a really nice job of clearing the trail. So very thankful for that. Good job, Florida Trail Association. That's the Suwannee chapter out here, Suwannee Big Bend chapter. Way to go. Following the yellow blazes right now. Just working our way, cutting our way across back over the Suwannee River. It's a pretty section, this yellow trail. This cuts off a little bit of having to, like I said, retrace our steps down along the other side of the Withlacoochee River and everything. You miss a little bit of walking the Suwannee, but you continue heading south instead of having to go west for quite a while before you cut back south again. So it's a nice little cut through. Pretty back here. Like I said, a lot of storm damage, a lot of blowdowns, but I tell you, they did a great job of clearing this. All right, well, we're 8.4 miles in for the day. Figured we'd take a little lunch break since it was after lunchtime. Having a little snack, some wraps. We got some, what is that now? That's the new Starkist Beef Creations taco style. It's been out apparently, but we hadn't had it. It's a little spicy. It's good. So, cheese stick in there next time. I think maybe that'll make it a little bit better. Who knows? Could use a little cheese on there, but tastes a lot like taco. Good stuff out here by the Suwannee River. Just sitting on a log. Josh has got his chair out, so I didn't want to take my chair out for lunch. Probably should have. So that's what it looks like. Kind of like baby poop, but it tastes a lot better. Yeah, we'll see where we get to after lunchtime and what's along the way. Haven't decided yet. If we're going to hike 4 more miles from where we were at lunch and stop at the Alapaha campsite, which is actually a pretty campsite. It's where the confluence of the Alapaha River and the Suwannee come together, the confluence, we call it. Or if we're going to push on to Halton Creek River Camp, which would be at about 21 miles for the day. Didn't get started till about 8:30. It's just hard to say. The Alapaha campsite, I think we're going to end up being there fairly early. So we'll have to look and see if there's any viable campsites between the Alapaha campsite and maybe the Halton Creek River Camp, and maybe kind of split the difference. We'll see. At some point we'll have to stop for water and fill up for have water for breakfast and dinner and all that stuff. So I'll let you know as we go. Still following the Suwannee River. Real pretty section of trail out here. Haven't really come across much we've had to climb over, a couple way to duck under. But once again, they've done a hell of a job with clearing these trails and rerouting around some of the real bad damage. But like right here, I mean, you can see everything that came down, all these huge trees. all up ahead here. So yeah, this storm definitely did a lot of damage out here. So we'll see how far we decide to go, and let you know along the way. On the 1 mile dirt road walk to the Alapaha campsite, the confluence of the Alapaha and Suwannee River. It's going to be 12, 13 miles for the day. We're all kind of tired from the heat, and not really trying to push huge miles out here. It would have been nice to make it to White Springs this weekend, but not really worried either way. We're just out here to have a good time, not kill ourselves. So this is what it looks like. This is the dirt forest road. Like I said, it's about 1 mile, and the trail turns, and there's a blue blaze that goes straight right for the tip of the confluence where there's a nice campsite. Just hiking along and came across this. This looks like a natural nature's toilet. It's even got water in it. Perfect size just to sit down on in the morning, and yeah, I'm just kidding. But it does look quite convenient. We are arriving at the Alapaha campsite. This is a beautiful campsite. The Alapaha River's on that side. Suwannee River's on that side. If you go down this little trail down here, show you down here. All right, Alapaha and Suwannee. This is the confluence to this little sandy beach right here. Campsite's right back up there. You can walk straight down to the water here. I think I'm going to be taking my shoes off after I drop my pack. And I'm going to be taking a dip and filtering some water. So yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous here. Alright, well, we were going to stay there, and a couple other hikers came in that wanted to stay there. Wasn't a whole lot of space to set up, so we decided to be masochists and try to push on the next 7.5 miles to Holton Creek. It is 3 o'clock. Probably going to take us about 3.5 hours. So we will be getting in there probably at dark. Sunset's at 6:30, which is about the time we should be getting there. So wish us luck. Yay.
He's gonna video you.
Josh doing the limbo. Get it? The limbo. Actually more like the
lame bow.
more like the tree bow.
Get it? Lame bow.
Okay.
Now
Now,
duck walk. Quack, quack.
now we got a couple more going on. Oh, and there's thorns. Awesome.
Hook on. Hook on something.
It's
The jungle's trying to eat you.
now we're coming up to County Road 751. It's a short road walk down, and we'll get down to the agricultural station where they've got a water spigot where we can refill our water. Don't have to filter it. Yay, a plus. What are you thinking? Time for a little road walk. Luckily not a big one. And now over the Alapaha River. I got some shade from the bridge, but you can see it. Nice river. We switched sides of the road because the truck comes out on one side, goes out on the other side by the agricultural station. So just stopped the agricultural station down here at the end of this road walk, and they got a water spigot there with filtered water. Very cool deal. And I just walk back up the road about 100 feet, 200 feet, and get back on the trail here. It's an interesting area we're hiking through. Must have had prescribed burn, I'd say a year or so ago. A little kind of burned out prairie here. A lot of sticks and debris on the ground to watch for tripping over. But other than that, rather interesting. So I think we're both kind of beat. We had a hard work week before I left. Come up here, and we were going to push the 20 miles to Horton Creek River campsite. I think we're going to shop. I think we're going to stop about 2 miles short of that at the Horton River campsite. So rather than wear ourselves out so much, we don't want to hike in the morning because we want to get some miles in tomorrow too. So I will show you where we end up and anything interesting in between. Wow, trying to pick your way through this mess out here is unbelievable. I mean, you see some little banding on the trees here and there, but this is what you're hiking through. You're hiking through all this freaking mess out here. Falling debris everywhere, and I've seen 2 blazes the entire probably half mile out here. If it wasn't for these plastic bands they put on the trees and having my navigation app out and watching exactly where I was going, I would have known where to go. And some of it was a little bushwhacky. Like, I guess I got to go across here. There's another tree wrapped over here, but there's really no trail. So yeah, so this whole section kind of sucks a little bit. Come on, Florida Trail, get this section together. Yeah, it's a shame. I think really why we're so tired not making the original 21 miles we wanted with sections like that. Just totally like a wasteland of debris and limbs and branches. I ended up falling and landing on a log on my shin, even after I saw exactly what I was stepping over. There's so much tangled debris. Still a lot of blowdowns and things to cut around. I think the reroutes have actually added some. I mean, everything's just kind of slower to hike than it was the first time I was out here. So, unfortunately, we're only going to make probably about 18 and a half, 19-ish miles today. So, hopefully, the next section of the trail will be a little cleaner. We can run a little quicker tomorrow to get an early start and still make our goal of hitting White Springs by Sunday. But the trail will tell as I go along. So right now we're back in the woods. Actually not horrible, but you do definitely run into some blowdowns, some debris patches here and there. The earlier section of the trail, fantastic. These last, I don't know, 5, 6, 8 miles, not as well taken care of as the first section we were in. It's passable. It's just slow going. So be forewarned. It's definitely hikeable. Obviously, there's plenty of people out here this year through hiking it. But it's definitely a slower endeavor through this section than it used to be. All right, we have made it to Holton Creek River, Holton Creek campsite, not Holton Creek River Camp, which is about another 2.5 miles. So here's kind of what it looks like. Hopefully people aren't going to drive in here off the forest road up there. There's apparently a champion cypress tree right here. Somewhere I'll have to spot. Oh, I think it's right over here. Right down the water. Oh yeah, the base of that thing's almost 20 feet wide. Yeah, this place is it's right off the main back dirt road here. It's marked as B1, whatever that is for the locals, but you can see this is definitely a place people can come in and drive around the circle, and the only even semi-flat spots to set up a tent are in the road. And if somebody, God forbid, comes back here with a four-wheeler or drunk or comes racing through here, it could run right over a tent. So I'm not sure where we're going to set up in here. Josh doesn't have the same issue because he's got a hammock, so. But, yeah, we'll have to figure this out. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a little hard to shoot on the phone in the dark, but with the headlamp on, got our tent set up here. Josh ended up putting his hammock back here. And we're going to sit over there, eat some dinner. Let's see, we did 19 miles today, so we fell short of about 2-ish miles to Holton Creek River Camp. But 19, respectable day for the late start we got, and all the blowdowns and everything we had to go through. So, yeah, get some rest, hang out, call it a night, and we will we'll see you guys in the morning.
But I want French toast. I really love French toast.
Good morning. We are out here. It's got a little chilly last night, but having some coffee this morning, some biscuits and gravy, and Josh has got a Mountain House breakfast skillet this morning. Yeah,
it's my food time.
And then we'll be hiking down the trail, and after we pack up. So we're just kind of taking it slow this morning. We're not going to do super big miles today. Josh's ankle's kind of acting up on him, so I think we're just going to take the next 11 or 12 miles of the trip over the next day and a half and just kind of relax, hang out, take some breaks, and have a good time. Away we go, I suppose, going down the trail. We made it into Holton Creek River Camp, and look at this. If anybody has come in here to try to camp over the last couple of years, especially since the last storm, this place was covered. You could barely walk through this place with all the downed trees. They have been in here doing a lot of work clearing this place out. They lost a tremendous amount of trees, obviously. But they're working on the bathhouse back up in there. Got all the trees cleared off. They've got the one handicap platform is still crushed halfway right there. That's going to have to be rebuilt. All the rest of them had very minor damage. They're all cleaned up around. Everything's looking good. This is awesome. It's absolutely great news for this river camp, because I didn't know if it was ever going to get back to where it was. It's a awesome place to stay. Like I said, hot showers and running water. The platforms have electric power, fan in them. So yeah, very excited to see the progress on this and to get back to running shape, because this is a very nice river camp, and I was sad to see the condition of it the last time I was here. So good work. I'm glad they're working on this finally and getting it cleaned up. So, and we're going to take a break here, and then we're going to head on out. When you come in here on the Florida Trail, it's a bit confusing because the Florida Trail comes in over there, and the Suwannee River actually wraps around. Holton Creek River Camp wraps all the way around. So the trail goes back out that side following the Suwannee River. So it almost feels like you're going back the same direction that you just came from, but you're not. It wraps around this point here and then continues. Great stuff, and we'll see you a little further down the way. Been a beautiful day so far out here. Not sure how many miles. How many miles we've gone today?
5.8.
5.8 so far. It's actually 1 o'clock. I was like, damn, it's past lunchtime. We just stopped and got water finally, filtered some water out of the Suwannee River until we get to the springs. A little bit further up the trail, there's some real good springs to get awesome water from. But we were basically out, so we need to get something. It's not bad. It's a little tinty, a little brownish kind of color. There's the tannins in the water, but doesn't taste too bad. Nice and cold. So let's see where we're going to stop for lunch up here. We're just plopping our butts right down here, grab some lunch. I'm about beat from that 19 miles yesterday and got about 6 today already. But it's 1:15. Gonna eat some lunch and just get back on the trail. Well, I think we're gonna cut our trip shorter than originally planned. Our feasible or unfeasible goal was to make 47 miles in 2.5 days. The trail is in such rough shape, it's slowed us down. Josh's ankle from a previous injury is acting up on him. He's uncomfortable, and we're just getting a little tired. So we're gonna make it to the 129 bridge and have my transport, John from American Canoe Rentals here, great guy, transport all up and down the Suwannee River for hikers or kayakers. I'll leave his information, phone number, and all in the description below. But yeah, we got about 5.5 miles. I'm going to call him when we're about 30-45 minutes from reaching the 129 bridge. That'll give us a total of probably about, how many miles, Josh, you think?
11 or 12.
For today?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll probably give us probably about 31 miles for the, technically about a little over a day and a half. Yeah, so like I've always said before, hey, this is supposed to be fun. If you're out on trail, something physical happens, you're uncomfortable, it becomes an unhappy situation. Like I said, you're supposed to be out there having fun. It's no shame in cutting the trip short. Get to sleep in our own beds tonight, take a rest for a day before we go back to work. So the next time there's something to say, I will show you.
It'll be too soon.
It'll be too soon. Jesus. I'll show you a little bit on the way out, because we're going to go past Mitchell Creek and also Mill Creek Falls, which is, like I said, is a great place to get water. It's a nice little waterfall. This is Mitchell Creek. It's actually right around the corner from where we're eating lunch. Got this cool suspension bridge. I say little, it's probably about 50 feet long. But you could easily get down there and get water. Nice spring-fed creek, nice and clear. Looks a little tannic, but it filters clear. So it's a little wobbly, huh?
A little bit. It's a little unsettling. But...
Just came out onto this dirt road walk, if I remember right. We're about 2 miles from the 129 bridge. We're getting picked up. That most of the rest of the way is on this dirt road. If I remember right from the first time, unless they've rerouted off of it, which they may have. We'll see. So, this current situation. And blazes are here on the trees on the road, so if my memory serves me correctly and they haven't rerouted, we're pretty much the last 2 miles on this dirt road walk, which is fine because there's been so much debris on the trail still from the storms that it's very welcome. But yeah, it's a dirt road, and it's long. Now, depending on how you prioritize long, I mean, there are paved road sections of the Florida Trail that are 33 miles. So, that would kind of suck. Ask my friend Greg Morton about that. Figured this would be a good place for us to try our new Z-Packs umbrellas, since we've got 2 miles to walk on a dirt road out here in the sun in Florida. And I have to tell you, I may look silly, but these things work. It's definitely made it quite a few degrees cooler under here. A lot more enjoyable to be out here walking. And this is the kind of thing we bought them for. Road walks, and if we get caught in a storm. So, doesn't weigh very much. Glad we bought them. Last little wooded section, about 0.2 of a mile up here, the 129 bridge. Actually come out underneath the 129 bridge. Yeah, this has been a much harder hike than it was the first time on this trail for sure, with all the extra added debris and blowdowns and such, but still a very beautiful area. Just plan on dealing with a lot of sticks and debris and stuff catching your feet and while you're walking through, and you'll be alright. Hey, and here we are coming out of the 129 bridge, and here's our transport. Again, American Canoe Rentals in this area. Information on the screen. Absolutely cannot tell you how nice these people are. John and his wife transport up and down the entire Suwannee River for hiking, kayaking, canoeing, and that's where I'll end this video, and we will see you again in the next video out on the trail.